Hello everybody and welcome back to Air Conflicts, The Secret Wars. It's me, Dark Mazda, for Dark Mazda Series Gaming. In the last episode, we were continuing with our campaign, and we headed into the last section of the campaign events. So we're going to continue from that point now, and we're going to see where we got up to. Oh yes, we had to bomb some bridges. So the Nazi grip on Neretova must be broken. Cripple their logistics in the region by destroying key rail routes, take down 3 road bridges over the tracks, then protect saboteurs on the ground as they deal with the junction points. So yeah, we had to, in the last episode, we were destroying tanks on the railway lines so that the enemy trains couldn't get past and invade, and we also had to stop convoys and protect our squadrons in the air as well. So anyway, let's get going. So what are we going to do? I think we're going to pick our Spitfire. We really do like our Spitfire.
Deedee, that's good to see you. We're finally pushing back at the Hun front line. We'll prize Belgrade from his filthy claws yet. I want you to cripple their transport network. Put a dent in their supplies, you know.
Understood. Bridges, bombs, I know the drill.
Easy there, Deedee. They'll be hackers, so fly safe.
Right, what are we supposed to be doing here anyway? Oh, there's planes coming for us now. Am I actually hitting these or what? I'm getting the impression that I'm not. I think we'll have to just do a straight up over the bridge kind of attack. There we go. This will go nicely. There we go. I saw one of them go. Well, we have got company in the form of some planes coming towards us. Well, there's another part of that bridge gone. Oh. We haven't took too much damage considering it seems like we've been hit a few times. I think we'll get these planes in a second. So. Sorry, Ray, but you're going down.
First bridge is blown. En route to the second.
Right, let's get rid of this plane that's behind us. There you go. See you later, alligator. Right, next bridge. I guess we'll do what we did for the last one. We'll take it wide and actually go over the bridge so we hit the targets properly. That's how you do it, I think. Yeah, a couple of planes coming out to meet us in a second, I would have thought. Oh, looks like we missed our target. There we go. Destroyed the bridges.
Those bridges are down.
Excellent. The last bridge is a bit tricky, I'm afraid. Reinforced against aerial bombing. We've got a truck packed with explosives to sort that out.
But
The scouts tell us there's a Nazi tank platoon in the area. We need you to find and destroy it before the truck can roll out.
Okie doke, do that. 5 tanks around the checkpoint. And we've got 4.5 minutes to do it.
I'm in the area now.
Blast it! The truck set off already, bloody amateurs. You'll need to work fast. Find those tanks before the trucks arrive.
Oh, there's one there behind. Pretty dark as well. That doesn't help. Three. Oh, there's another one. Ooh. Right, where's the last tank at? It's dark, so I can't really see. There we go.
That's all the tanks.
Nicely done. The truck should have a clear run to the bridge now.
German bombers incoming. Alright. Looks like we're going for those now. Protect the demolition truck. Don't worry, we'll have these. Oh, we'll get the other one. There we go, we'll protect the demolition truck. Nice. That's one taken care of. Trying the same trick for the rail bridge with a bomb train. And there's more bombers. We need to kill some more bombers. Luckily for me, I'm near to these where they spawned. Next lot. Oh, they're definitely getting nowhere near this train. There we go. And the train's going to do its job, and that's mission complete, I think. We're making progress in Belgrade. I've become so used to the desperate, horrified, last-ditch type of hope that this new type, a type of hope that says we might actually win something, that the Nazis may actually be defeated and driven away. This type of hope is almost overpowering. McIntyre tells us to stay calm and do our jobs, and he is right, but I feel that liberation is close. Liberation of Belgrade. Belgrade is being snatched back from the Nazis. The RAF Balkan Squadron will be leading the aerial attack. Your role will be to run interference inside the city limits. Begin by destroying key artillery positions which are preventing friendly forces from advancing. You will receive further updates as the situation changes. Let's have a look. Now, we could try the Mosquito. Let's try a Mosquito. Speed, firepower, it's all round. We've never tried the Mosquito yet, so why not, eh? Right, so we're dropping in to do the damage. The artillery's the first problem. And hit the Akkas as well. Right, no worries. Well, that's one run. We'll turn around and go back now. the last one, is it? That's it. Nice shot, Tommy. Tommy in to save the day. Soviet tanks in Belgrade. Nazis don't stand a chance. So what are we doing now? Enemy planes incoming. Right, so we have to take out all of the planes. We can do that. It's our best. It's our forte, dogfights. Careful, Tommy. Oh, that's all of them gone, I think. For now, these ones are coming up. These are not going to stand much of a chance. Looks like this one's the closest. Next. Some more coming. And they're down. Partisan resistance fighters are advancing on the Parliament building. Maybe we can help. Thick with Nazis, so we need to clear them out. Eliminate the Germans around the Parliament building. Oh, it's thick with them, isn't it? find a way to get them. There we go, nice team effort there. Mission completed. Lovely. Oh, we've got a new plane. It is incredible to think that we'd travel to Berlin. McIntyre clearly intends to witness the end of the war. Perhaps he intends to be as a big part of it as possible. Perhaps his goal is immortality, to be a name in the history books as the man who ended the war. Or perhaps he is, as he says, he is a good soldier, fighting for his country, fighting for his cause.
It was difficult to believe we were actually at the outskirts of Berlin. The RAF Balkans men couldn't have been happier. We'd all lived through the filthy, brutal conflict with one thought buried deep inside. That one day, the war must end. I didn't share the general elation. In 41, I had been a carefree whiskey smuggler with a powerful sense of entitlement. By 45, Dorothy de Beck was a very different woman. I felt I was taking someone else's path through life, walking a road with two branches. One that had been chosen by McIntyre, the other by Night Owl. But somewhere, I must have taken a very wrong turn. In Azerbaijan, Yugoslavia, Poland, I couldn't quite remember. All wars must end, that seemed clear. But so many people had died. I felt an eerie chill in my bones. Surely such a monumental conflict could not end without one final blood sacrifice.
Transport SOE Officer. Captain John Edwards from the Special Operations Executive will parachute into Berlin to assess the situation on the ground. He has requested you as his pilot. Fly into the city undetected and ensure that the area is safe for him to make the jump. Do not allow Edwards to be injured or captured. So we need... Oh. Yeah, so we've got the aircraft which has the enemy markings. It should help with the stealth part of the mission. I'm guessing I'm going to have to go around all of these guys. And keep to the wide area. See the marker in the distance. There's a plane coming round here. Oh, somebody coming up behind me as well. Better just keep in on this trajectory. Keep slightly to the left as well. Make sure I don't crash into any sort of buildings or anything. Right. I need to like kinda go through this little gap here. If possible. Cross the river. And keep low. Up and over. Try and keep to the left a bit more. Oh, there's a plane just appeared right there. Can I get there before I get spotted? Yeah, it looks like I can. Right, I'll go down here. And we're going to go back to the base. I'm guessing I've got to turn back round. And go back the way I came. Get through this gap here. Ah, shite. Oh well, we've been spotted, as they say. Probably have to shoot everybody down now. That's gonna be no good. Aha. Did they try to follow me there? Nope, just let them follow me. Oh, they're down here. They're down with me. Well, we've flown back. Was that all we needed to do? Oh yeah, mission completed. 2, right. We made a few of them crash into buildings, which was quite cool. So the Edwards drop was a great success. What a dashing fellow. I doubt that I shall see him again, but his example is indicative of the general feeling here, one of courage and hope, and a desire to see the last days of the war. Each one of McIntyre's fires would give their life 10 times over to put an end to Hitler. I wonder what the final cost will be. Escaping generals. Senior Nazi officers are attempting to flee Berlin. These men must not be allowed to escape. Locate, engage, and destroy all German officers. What do we want this time then? We'll try this one. Well, those through Berlin, so we've got to get rid of those now. Well, we don't like fighting against those guys with the rockets on the planes. There we go. Got them eventually. Oh. Right, so we've got to take out the air support now. Shoot down 2 generals from the formation. There's one. There you go. Oh. Uh-oh. Looks as though Tommy's going down. Oh God. Did he just suicide him? Got like a stealth fighter or something here. I cannot write. Tommy is dead. When I observed that any of us would die, 10 deaths to stop Hitler and end the war, I didn't imagine that it would fall to Tommy to sacrifice himself. I cannot feel at all tonight.
The thought of losing Tommy had crossed my mind 100 times. Every time we took to the sky, there was the chance that one of us wouldn't come back. But it seemed so impossible. Tommy had always been there. No matter how selfish or bad-tempered I had been as a girl, Tommy always had been exactly where I needed him. He was more important than the sky to me. Now he was gone and I was truly, utterly alone. I cried. I was numb. Berlin burnt around me as I tried to find some tiny fragment of my life to cling to. But there was nothing left but ashes. It was only later that I realized that Tommy had always been my father. Guillaume de Bec was just a story. I had followed that story across the world, and Tommy had been with me every step of the way. It was so obvious. Tommy, I'm so sorry. You were my father, and I love you. There was one thing left to do, to see how the story ended. Tommy had told me that McIntyre knew the truth, so I challenged him. His proud demeanor instantly evaporated, and his shoulders slumped with the relief of knowing he could finally unburden himself. He must have been waiting to do so since that first day we had met in Tobruk.
I'm still numb from my loss. Tommy's last words involve McIntyre's name. It seems that McIntyre has always known what happened to my father. Seems that he is the only one who knows, so I will confront him and learn the truth once and for all. Escort bombers to the target. Forgive me for being patronising, but I shall assume you know very little about Egyptian politics. After the Great War, Egypt was still a British protectorate, firmly under the guiding hand of the Empire. Of course, the locals weren't always happy about this arrangement. There had been dissent, nothing the politicians couldn't handle, but after we exiled Saad Zagul, a rabble-rousing firebrand, the mood turned decidedly ugly. Revolution was in the air, and I was asked to try and nip it in the bud. Discreetly, of course. It's my specialty. We knew where some of the more prominent agitators lived. Bombing them was far too messy, but there were other methods open to us. You were carrying chemical weapons? As per Peterson's letter, yes. Our mission was quite simple. Escort the bombers carrying an experimental concoction and ensure they delivered. This wasn't a military target, was it? There is no such thing as a non-military target, lassie. My father would have had no part in such a cowardly attack. What makes you so sure? You never knew the man. I just know. Sadly, your instincts are right. The Beck had been erratic for some time, especially where this sort of mission was concerned. I suspect father would rather change his outlook. Suffice to say, he kicked up quite a stink when he saw the target was a civilian village. Of course he did. What you were planning was no better than the Nazis. You were as naive as he was. A soldier's job is to follow orders, nothing more. Leave the moral quandaries for those who see the bigger picture. Your father opened fire. He attacked his own planes. Pilots he knew, his comrades. He was doing what was right. If the gas had been dropped, that would be a mess. No, he was insane. He disobeyed direct orders and attacked his own squadron. Death was too good for him. It was you? Tech bombers shoot down. And he got shot down. Wow. Please understand, Deedee, I took no pleasure in my actions, any more than I would have taken pleasure in dropping gas on women and children. You murdered him. You shot him down. Just as he shot down his fellow pilots, just as you have shot down so many fathers and sons, brothers and husbands. War is an engine of necessity that makes killers of us all. It's what your father could never understand, Deedee. If you think you can emerge from battle without blood on your hands, you are as much a fool as he was. I cannot believe it. McIntyre killed my father himself. I do not know what to do. I have a knife, and I have a gun. I could kill the man where he stands, but Tommy would not murder a man, and I don't believe Guillermo would either. I do not know what to do. So what is this here? A jet bomber? Let's try this jet bomber. The Gothair 229. Oh, let's have a go. Oh, look at this, it's like something out of a movie. Russians are taking the Reichstag. Germany will have no choice but to surrender. Providing air support and keeping the skies clear. Oh, that was a nice little manoeuvre he just did there. Not good enough to hide from me for long though. we go, that's the last one. So far, anyway. There's another squadron coming in. Right, of course there is. Right, well, let's do this. First 3 are coming. One more. There we are. Next. Next. There's one on my tail. I can't seem to get him. I can't get round to get him. And let the rest of them grab him then, eh? That's better, I can get a shot on him now. There we go. Jet fighters there. Right. Destroy German jet fighters. Got a couple of rockets coming your way. I shoot rockets with rockets, aye. Whoa. He was going to hit me point blank with one if he could. Oh, well, I don't think that we are the same as McIntyre, so we're going to save him. Because, you know, that's what we should be doing, I think. And even though he killed our father, we're just going to show him that we're better than he is. Right. So I wonder what happens if you do kill him then. Almost did, to be fair, at the beginning. And so it ends. I made my choice. For good or ill. Not for Gillimani. Not for Tommy. Not for Night Owl or Clive. For myself. The war is over. As is McIntyre's secret war. Most importantly, my war is over. I have absolutely no idea what I will do now.
So the war had ended. Apparently we won. The newspapers declared it a victory, but all I could see was relief etched into faces drawn too thin, too haunted by years of suffering to cheer and smile. I take solace in the fact that Tommy and Clive, and all the many others who fell along the way, did not die in vain. I couldn't see it at the time, but now I realize that what seemed like horrific, senseless acts were small, painful steps along a necessary road. And I was not alone for long. Captain John Edwards and I found ourselves in the rubble of Berlin, dazed by the abrupt advent of peace. At first, I was just glad of a pair of arms to fall into. I think he was too. But before we knew what was happening, we were married and building a future together. I think Tommy would have approved. He liked John when they met. I think he reminded Tommy of Guillaume, a more sober version of Guillaume, perhaps. I miss you, Tommy, and Clive, and Ivana, and all you others. Perhaps I should raise one final toast to the memory of those horrible, incredible times after all. Tally-ho, into the drink again.
So there we have it, guys. That is the conclusion to Air Conflicts, The Secret Wars. I've enjoyed this game. I like flight sim games with a bit of dogfighting in. Yeah, it wasn't the most graphically amazing game, but the gameplay made up for it, I reckon. Plenty of missions. They're pretty much the same mission going from campaign to campaign, but nonetheless, I've enjoyed playing this game. What did you think? Do you think that we should have killed McIntyre in the end, or do you think we did well and we saved him and shown him that we are not the same as he is? We're not this, well, you know, we're not murderers, basically. Yeah, what do you guys think? I mean, I think that Deedee's father was correct in attacking his own squadron when they were about to drop biological warfare on the civilians. So yeah, I think, to be fair, I wouldn't have wanted a part of it either. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. I'd be intrigued to hear what you thought. So that is going to be it for this series on DMS Gaming, and that was Air Conflicts: The Secret Wars. There is plenty more to this game. There's dogfight, multiplayer section. I can't see it being too populated though. Dogfight, I mean, yeah, we could have a mess around with that at a later date, but there's no real need for us wanting to play that at the moment. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me. Give me a like and a sub if you've stayed all the way to the end of this series, and until next time, that's it from me, and I will see you guys on the flip side.